This morning, closed for business. The federal government is now partially shut down. Reaction from your lawmakers and how the shutdown will impact you.
And breaking political news this morning, the candidate now running for state Supreme Court.
And this morning, Planned Parenthood pauses abortion services. The reason why.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Kyrie Lee.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. No deal overnight in Washington. That means the federal government is partially shut down.
Yes, we have lots of details to get to this morning. But first, we have to lock in on the fact that it's October 1st already.
Hard to believe?
Very hard to believe, especially with the temperatures out there.
I know, not feeling like it at all. Savannah, what's today going to feel like?
Yeah, it'll still be summer-like. It feels more like July or August than what we're going to be dealing with to come next week. There are signs of a little bit of cool down. It's not going to last long, though. 78's our forecast high later today in Madison, so yeah, few degrees cooler than the 80s that we have seen the last couple of days, but still nowhere close to our average high of 67. We'll be about 10 degrees above that. I do think we'll have some cloud cover that builds up, though. Not a lot of sunshine compared to what we have seen the last couple of days. We're up to 83 then tomorrow and 87 on Friday, which, by the way, that is record warmth that we're talking about for Friday afternoon. We'll be near records on Saturday. I don't think we'll break them, but we'll come within a degree or two. And then Sunday, down to 83, still very mild. And by then, our average high is in the upper 60s. So, I mean, 15 or so degrees above average. Crazy.
All right, it is certainly not feeling like October 1st. All right, back to the historic government shutdown. Overnight, multiple proposals that would have kept the government open failed to make its way through the Senate.
This morning, both Republicans and Democrats are blaming each other for the first shutdown since 2018. All but two Democrats voted against the bills, calling for more health care and Medicaid subsidies. And all but one Republican supported passing the bills without changes.
Both Senator Ron Johnson and Tammy Baldwin responding to the shutdown. Senator Johnson saying in part, there were two clear opportunities to keep the government open. Democrats rejected both. As I said in my floor speech last night, the shutdown was completely avoidable. Senator Baldwin saying in part, Republicans who control the White House, Senate, and House have not only refused to listen to families who need some breathing room, but they also have abandoned working with Democrats to do right by the American people.
The Education Department says students with outstanding debt will still need to make payments. The American Council on Education says students receiving financial aid likely won't see issues since most grants are distributed at the start of the school year. However, new applicants may face delays or obstacles as the department expects to lay off about 2,100 workers.
Meanwhile, the United Services Automobile Association says it'll help its members hit by the shutdown. The company is offering members a 3-month 0% interest loan up to $6,000 to help replace missed paychecks. USAA says it also has payment relief options for credit cards, consumer loans, insurance premiums, and other banking products. They say it adds to its $40 million in contributions to support military service members and veterans.
Social Security payments will continue as normal despite the government shutdown. Benefits are mandatory spending, meaning they've already been approved. However, recipients will no longer receive paper checks. The Trump administration phased them out early to save money before the shutdown threat.
To get the latest on the continuing budget negotiations in Washington and the shutdown, just to make sure you have the free Channel 3000 News app and sign up for those push alerts so you'll know immediately when the news breaks. And just into the newsroom this morning, appeals court judge Maria Lazar launching her Supreme Court campaign.
She will challenge Justice Rebecca Bradley's seat. Lazar, a conservative from District 2, previously served as Assistant Attorney General under former Governor Scott Walker. In announcing her run, she criticized the liberal majority, calling them judicial activists.
We've watched hundreds of millions of dollars and never-ending political ads flood our state and divide our communities. We are all sick of the political division. I'm running to restore integrity to our courts and to keep them free from partisan politics.
Lazar is the only conservative candidate in the race so far.
Starting today, Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin is pausing abortion services. The organization says it's halting abortions because Washington lawmakers cut funding to Medicaid. Planned Parenthood pausing services, not cutting them. It is unclear when they'll resume. Meantime, if you or anyone you know needs abortion care during this time and are unsure what to do, contact Public Health Madison, Dane County's Nurse Navigators program. You can call or text the number on your screen between 8 and 4:30 on weekdays. Counseling is free and confidential.
Happening right now, here's a quick travel alert to warn you about. As you can see, traffic moving pretty slowly here as police are on scene of a crash on Interstate 94 near the Goose Lake Wildlife area. So right now it appears to be limited just to the shoulder. But of course, we will continue to monitor this and provide updates as we learn more. Again, if you're headed toward this way, expect some delays. 6:05 now, a teenager is in custody this morning in connection with a downtown Madison shooting. Police arrested the 16-year-old after a search near Bunting and Elliott Lanes close to the airport. The shooting happened September 12th. Police say a 19-year-old arrived at a UW health clinic with a gunshot wound. They say the victim and suspects arranged to meet near East Main Street, where a fight escalated into the shooting.
6:05, a suspect in custody this morning following a domestic dispute in McFarland. It led to a secure hold at Indian Mound Middle School and McFarland High School. Officers responded to a home on Spartan Drive across from the high school, where police found the suspect's vehicle. Although there were no direct threats to students or staff, the secure hold was implemented as a precaution. Activities inside continued as normal. The suspect was eventually found and taken into custody. Turning now to some more national headlines. President Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth holding the nation's top generals, telling them to get in line with the president's agenda.
They made the statements during a rare meeting in Quantico, Virginia. Hegseth told nearly 800 military leaders that all will be held to, quote, the highest male fitness standards, but added he does not plan to exclude women from combat roles. He also said they must pass a combat field test and meet grooming requirements.
No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. It's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon.
President Trump also said that, quote, dangerous cities like Chicago should be used as training grounds for U.S. troops.
Dozens of workers for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting are without a job this morning. It's after its federal funding is all dried up. The move will impact PBS, NPR, and other public media outlets who have already had to cut parts of their operations to deal with budget shortfalls. Over the summer, Republicans in Congress clawed back $1 billion in funding that's been budgeted for public media. Corporation for Public Broadcasting CEO says many stations, particularly in rural areas, will ultimately go under without the federal support.
New this morning, the Rock County Sheriff's Office has a warning about a phone scam.
So the caller claims to be a deputy and uses the names of active employees. The fake deputy then pressures victims to send money to resolve a legal matter. They're also leaving voicemails. The Sheriff's Office says you should share this information with your family and friends so they don't get caught up in it. If you get a call like this, contact the authorities. You want to call the Rock County Communications Center, 608-757-2244.
Happening today, if you've ever dreamed of driving a school bus, here's your chance. The Middleton Cross Plains Area School District is hosting a Drive the Bus event tonight from 5 to 7 at the Transportation Center on Deming Way. Attendees will get the chance to drive the bus, meet the transportation team, and learn about career opportunities. District officials say bus drivers start at just over $26 an hour with paid CDL training and part-time shifts available in the mornings and afternoons. The event is open to the public.
We got a chance to do this a few years ago. The crew got out, drove some school buses.
I saw that video.
The instructor kept telling me to slow down.
So that I think that probably translates over into your personal vehicle.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a fairly clean driving record.
Fairly
Until recently, but
Yeah.
we
We don't talk about that.
won't share your business.
We won't talk about that.
No, we won't.
So
It happens.
Yes, believe me. I know.
Savannah knows too. Don't you act like I'm the only one here who's ever been pulled over. All right.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah. Actually, all three of us, but you know, we
Well,
don't
here we
talk
go.
about
Everybody at
stats.
home now searching
Where's
something.
the rug that you're throwing me under? Goodness.
Oh man.
Well, guys, we have summer-like temperatures that are still going to be in the forecast through the entire day today and through the weekend. There are signs of some cooler weather, not until we get to about Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and that's even going to be short-lived. We're at 56 right now, a lot of cloud cover building in, so we won't see as much sunshine today compared to the last couple of days, unfortunately. 62 by 8 in the morning, 66 at 10, and heading into the lunchtime hour, 74, still above normal. We're tracking record warmth on Friday. We'll talk about the previous or current record that we hold and when that was set.
Savannah, thank you. Coming up after the break, a new warning about children catching COVID for a second time. Ahead, how it may impact your child's risk of certain ailments.
And it's only Wednesday, but we're always working for the weekend in the 608. I'll have your 3 things to do for your family coming up.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Never too early to start working for the weekend in the 608, am I right?
You are absolutely right. That's why we have Josh Spider joining us now in studio with the Weekend Planner. Good morning.
Hey, you know what October brings, guys?
What's that?
Spooky season.
Yeah.
I know, it's your fave.
Happy October. Fall is officially in full swing now, and that leads us off at our 3 things to do this weekend in the 608. We start in Cross Plains, where Appleberry Farm is celebrating 50 years. Established in 1975, Appleberry Farm is a local favorite for fresh-picked apples, pumpkins, and delicious treats. We just paid them a visit, so look for our special coverage Thursday on News 3 Now this morning. We'll have a couple of competitions among the morning team members and be joined by Allison Dairyland on the local impact these farms see across Wisconsin this time of year. Happening this weekend in Mount Horeb, the historic downtown will transform into a street market filled with vendors. You can browse vintage, upcycled, and handmade goods, plus enjoy live music and food from local restaurants and trucks. Visitors can even grab a cocktail to go while they shop Main Street. The event runs Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 3. Well, Fall Fun is heading to Paoli on Sunday, and this is free to attend. The Paoli Fall Fest runs from 11 to 5 with shopping, seasonal flavors, and family-friendly events. Kids can paint pumpkins at Lily's, and the Paoli Schoolhouse will also have pumpkins for sale. There's also a chili cook-off benefiting the Greene County Humane Society, plus artisan vendors. Farmers market goods and cocktails to go. Live music, food, and activities run throughout the day on October 5th. For more happenings this weekend in the 608, just go to channel3000.com. But yes, you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's show because we're going to head to Appleberry Farm. We had some fun with the morning crew out there, and we can't wait to show it.
Yes, I am excited to see how it all came together because let's just say there was some cheating out there.
Cheating?
Cheating.
I feel
Stealing my apples.
tapped.
Oh, that.
Clutch my pearls.
I thought we were talking about
clutch your pearls.
the donut eating competition, which there might be some surprises there, too. I know I was surprised, so.
I seen that one coming from a mile away, though. So,
Okay.
yes, I'm excited to see how it all
Sneaky.
turned out.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I
Yes.
love fall. There's just so much to celebrate.
Yes.
And Paoli, one of the gems.
It really
is.
is.
Oh my gosh, it is just an adorable community with a lot to offer. So their Fall Fest going on this weekend too. Don't want to forget about them.
All right.
All right, Josh, thank you, buddy, as always. Josh is always looking for inspirational stuff to share with you guys at home. So if you have an idea you'd like to see featured, just reach out and let him know about it.
Well, let's transition here now to some health news. President Trump is pledging millions of dollars for pediatric cancer research. A newly signed executive order includes $50 million in funding for a childhood cancer data initiative launched during his first term. Now, despite this investment, the Trump administration has cut hundreds of millions from other science research programs. Experts say that move could still mean dramatic losses in cancer treatments.
People who aren't getting enough sleep may find their brains age faster than others. UK researchers found people with poor sleep quality had brains that were a year older than their actual age. Poor sleep can mean not getting enough sleep, suffering from insomnia, snoring, or daytime sleepiness. Low sleep quality has also been linked to dementia.
All right, so just make sure you get enough sleep
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
important.
Yes,
It's
it can
hard,
take
but
a
it
wearing
is
on you for
important.
sure. Well, let's check in with Savannah. You have a monthly recap here.
Yeah, we do. We're recapping September 2025. This is data in Madison at the Dane County Regional Airport. Our temperatures were about 4 degrees above our normal high of 72.9 for the month of September, 76.7. Precipitation was well below normal, though. We usually see about 1.25 inches, just a little bit above that, but our normal is closer to 3.5 inches of rain. It was a pretty dry month. That's kind of playing a role on our fall colors, and they're really muted of this year. We have current records on Friday's date. That one holds at 85. That was set back in 2005. But our forecast high on Friday, 87. So we have record warmth that's likely. We'll be close to that on Saturday too. I don't necessarily think we'll break that, but Friday we likely will. And it's also warm early this morning. Most of us are in the mid 50s, got a couple of spaces cooler than that, a few are warmer. 59 in Janesville, 59 in Monroe, 61 in La Crosse, but only 53 this morning in Lone Rock, and also 52 lower 50s in Black River Falls and up in Camp Douglas. We'll see the upper 70s again this afternoon. I think we'll have more cloud cover than what we had yesterday, though. Not much blue to our skies, unfortunately, but temperatures are still going to be warm. We had the 80s and even near 90-degree temperatures on Monday, so we're cooling down. The rain's going to move in over the weekend. I think Saturday looks dry. We could see that rain move in as early as Sunday. And I think mainly the afternoon and evening at the earliest. It could even hold off until late Sunday night into early Monday. That's our next better chance right now with a cold front, and that'll knock our temperatures down. We'll be a little bit closer to where we should be heading into the first full week of October next week, but still tracking above average temperatures. And that pattern's not going to change for quite some time. This is an outlook for the 9th to the 15th of the month. So now heading into that second week of October, and I still think there's no signs of a big cool down. We've been detailing this for about 3 weeks now, that give or take a few days here and there, overall our pattern is going to be very warm heading into October. Late September, early October, and that really sets the tone. You can see that on the 10-day, 87 Friday. Again, record warmth is likely, possible on Saturday, but I think Friday's the day that we're going to break our previous record. 83 on Sunday, and then that cool down briefly Tuesday and Wednesday, back into the lower 70s by about mid to late week next week, though.
Oh, look like typos on there for this weekend. I know they're not. It's just weird.
You wish it was.
I know. I
Yeah.
want the cooler weather. Kyrion's more about the warm
It'll
stuff.
be here, so just enjoy it while we have it.
Yes, I'm just trying to, I'm holding on because I don't
Believe me.
want my face to hurt as I walk out the door.
My patience is wearing thin.
Goodness gracious. Okay.
All right, hey, we're still over a week away from the Packers-Bengals game. Green Bay, though, their coaching staff is already getting ready for that crucial one.
News 3 Now senior Packers writer Jason Wilde has what Matt LaFleur is saying about their preparations.
Good morning, everybody from Lambeau Field. The players are off for their bye week, but the coaches will still be burning the midnight oil as they get ready for the second half of the season. The problem is the bye doesn't come at the halfway point. It comes after just 4 games. That means the Packers have 13 games after the bye. That will start right here at Lambeau Field on October 12th against the Cincinnati Bengals. And at 2-1-1, the Packers have plenty of work to worry about.
We got to get these guys their bodies back, and then we all also understand that it's going to be a long haul after the bye, so you better get your mind right to go on that journey and to try to get a little bit better every day.
We'll have full coverage of the Packers even during their bye week at channel3000.com for free. And while you're there, remember to sign up for our newsletter if you haven't already. That delivers our Packers coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Jason, thank you. And still ahead, something new is shaking up Taco Tuesday. Plus, we are trying a new pumpkin spice treat.
Yeah. Back after this.
All right, welcome back. Here's what's trending this morning. So move over Taco Tuesday. Cookie tacos are here.
What?
Take a look at this one here. So Nestle Toll House is rolling out a new way to enjoy its famous chocolate chip cookies, turning them into taco shells. So fans can fill them with ice cream or frosting, then pile on toppings from fruit salsa to spicy chocolate drizzle. So the brand will have some limited time giveaways for taco kits starting on October 7th and a few other times throughout the year. But they said it's all about reimagining a classic cookie and making dessert the ultimate party food.
Not for, like, taco meat.
Well, I mean, I guess if that's what you want to
like-
do.
I don't know about that combo.
Shredded chicken.
I don't know about
like
that.
ice
I just think of like a
Chocolate
cookie
cookie.
sandwich. You know, I guess now it's just a cookie taco.
Yes, but now it's a taco.
Interesting.
Okay, well, I did bring you guys some treats this morning
Yeah,
because
what's this
today
about?
is National Pumpkin Spice Day.
Okay.
So I found just a random pumpkin spice treat in the store yesterday. These are Little Debbie pumpkin spice oatmeal cream pies. If you've had the originals, then you know what those taste like. But these are pumpkin spice. So I figured The guy from Little Debbie's was actually putting out these when I got it, and he's like, he wanted to try this, so he said it looked pretty good.
They have an orange filling.
Yes, orange filling.
Okay.
I think it'll be a good combo here. So
Smells good.
Yeah, get the close-up of Kyrian taking a nice big bite. There we go.
Zoom in.
I just want to get you guys' rating out of
Doesn't
10.
really taste that pumpkin-y.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good combo.
That's
I'm short.
You're not on your box.
I think with the oatmeal, it's a good combo. Pumpkin, not overwhelming, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a good amount of pumpkin.
It's a natural kind of combination with the, the cinnamon that the cookie already has in it, the oatmeal kind of flavor, along with the pumpkin spice. Good.
What's the rate? What's your rating?
Out of what?
10.
I'm going to give it a 9.
Yeah.
I'll give it a solid
8.5.
About 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually tasty for breakfast, too, not going to lie.
Back after this.
This morning, the federal government has shut down where you could expect to see it most.
Plus, the Madison area priest accused of child sex crimes enters a plea. When he'll be in court next. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning on a busy Wednesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrian Lee. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. So the start of the month starting off pretty shaky here.
Yeah, we have a government shutdown, a partial government shutdown after no deal reached in Washington last night. It sets up a lot of uncertainty as we move forward. First, though, let's get you out the door. It's October 1st. Not really feeling like it, though.
No, so hopefully Savannah will start us on a high note this morning as people are ready to head out the door.
Yeah, our temperatures, guys, are pretty comfortable. We do have a little bit of spooky fog that we're dealing with to start the month of October off. Lone Rock down to 9 miles, Boscobel 7, along with Camp Douglas and Black River Falls. So not dense fog, but just a couple areas of patchy fog. Maybe allow a little bit of extra time, just a few minutes, probably northwest of Madison. 56, so temperatures are very similar to this time yesterday. Dane County, our temperatures mid to upper 50s, and that's where most of us fall. Across the outlier at 61 this morning. Janesville and Monroe are very close to that. We will see temperatures rise. It'll be a little cooler than what we had yesterday, but still above average. Your sunrise 6:55 in the morning, and temperatures that will rise. Have more cloud cover out there though. A high of 78 later, and your sunset 6:38 p.m. So we're nearing 6:30 p.m. sunsets. Slowly but surely. We'll talk about the outlook for the month of October and record warmth that's in the forecast for Friday.
Savannah, thank you. Now to our top story this morning. The federal government is partially closed after Congress failed to pass a spending bill. It's the first shutdown since 2018. That one lasted 35 days.
Republicans pushed for a measure that would extend the federal funding at its current level until mid-November. Democrats, though, demanded the bill include an extension of Affordable Care Act benefits that expire this year and a reversed cut to Medicaid.
Now let's break down the impacts here. So hundreds of thousands of federal workers will face the threat of mass layoffs. An unknown number will have to work unpaid. Now that includes active duty and reserve military.
Department of Homeland Security will face 14,000 furloughs. The Department of Education over 2,100 furloughs. 32,000 furloughs at the Department of Health and Human Services.
Now to what could be shut down or even compromised. The FDA may halt inspections and stop accepting new drug applications.
You may start to see some travel delays. The DOT says more than 11,000 FAA workers could be furloughed. 33,000 workers would continue to work without pay, including air traffic controllers. As of now, the National Park Service says that it will remain open, but will have to furlough most of its staff.
Some government programs could also eventually run out. This includes SNAP or food stamps and the nutrition program for women, infants, and children.
All right, let's take a look at how the shutdown could affect your wallet. It could look different than shutdowns in the past. The most recent shutdowns have not really put long-term dents in the U.S. economy, but this time it could be different as the U.S. is already struggling with the labor market issue. The shutdown would delay the release of the Labor Department's monthly jobs report that's due this Friday. That report informs economists, businesses, and even the Federal Reserve about the state of the economy. One expert says adding more uncertainty could further slow the economic engine.
We certainly see that when times are uncertain, people have a harder time making decisions. So that slows down economic activity that we see amongst consumers, but also amongst businesses. And so this is just one more thing to add to that list of items that are making the economy a bit uncertain at this point.
That uncertainty could potentially keep the job market stuck. The Trump administration warns of permanent cuts to the federal workforce that would put more job hunters on the market. Let's see how all of this is impacting Wall Street this morning. Stocks are retreating. Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ futures are all down about 0.5% this morning. It's after they all notched some rare gains for the month of September. Again, they are pulling back this morning on the news of the shutdown. It could be that investors are worried about the threat of mass federal layoffs, which could rattle confidence in the job market.
Let's look at what will keep running, though. So Social Security and Medicaid payments will continue. Unemployment benefits will also continue. But starting today, all payments will be electronic under a new mandate not tied to the shutdown. The State Department will keep issuing visas and passports, and the National Weather Service will continue forecasts and warnings. Customs and Border Protection, TSA, Homeland Security, and ICE will remain in operation. Veterans medical care and other critical services will also continue. But the longer the shutdown lasts, the more likely you are to see delays in services.
You can get the latest updates on the shutdown sent right to your phone with the Channel 3000 News app. It's free to download. Make sure you sign up for those push alerts. Just search Channel 3000 wherever you get your apps.
Developing internationally this morning, at least 69 people are dead after a powerful earthquake struck the Philippines. The quake, with a preliminary magnitude of 6.9, shook the central region late last night. The epicenter was about 12 miles northeast of Bogo, a coastal city of 90,000. The death toll is expected to rise. The Philippine government is now weighing whether to request foreign aid.
Also developing this morning, Oktoberfest in Munich, Germany is closed today because of a bomb threat that's linked to a deadly explosion in northern Munich. One person is dead as a result of the explosion, which was part of a domestic dispute. Police are defusing some booby traps and searching for explosives at the fairgrounds now. Oktoberfest will remain closed until at least 5 p.m. local time today. Now to some local news. Madison area priest Andrew Showers has pleaded not guilty to child sex crime charges.
A Wapaka County judge set bond at $10,000 in order he have no unsupervised contact with minors. Showers is charged with attempted child enticement and using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime. Clintonville police arrested him after he tried to meet what he believed was a 14-year-old girl. A status conference is set for December 3rd, and if convicted, Showers faces up to 40 years in prison.
The embattled Sun Prairie Area School District has a new board member this morning. Danny Miller will serve through the election in the spring of 2026. Miller works at UW-Madison. Before coming to Madison, he was a high school English teacher. He replaces Katie Kamuko. She recently resigned, saying she wanted to focus on her family. The resignation comes amid scrutiny of the district's handling of allegations against former Sun Prairie West Dean of Students Robert Gilkey Messigeyer. The former dean's charged with several child sex crimes. Reports say the school district failed to report the crimes to police.
6:36, Madison police are asking for the public's help finding a missing man last seen more than a month ago. Take a look at your screen here. 38-year-old Roy Fleming, last seen August 29th near Southtown Drive. He was wearing red and black plaid pants, black shoes, and a black hat. If you know anything about his whereabouts, please call Madison Police or Madison Area Crime Stoppers at the numbers on your screen.
Now to continuing coverage of troubled beagle breeder Ridgeland Farms. The state has suspended the license of its top vet. State Department of Agriculture says Richard Van Doleman delegated procedures like cherry eye removal surgeries to staff without proper licenses. The Blue Mounds breeder has faced scrutiny in recent years following accusations of animal cruelty. DATCAP levied 311 violations against the facility, referring the case to the Dane County DA. Ridgeland Farms denying the accusations. In a statement, Ridgeland says USDA inspections found that it is in full compliance with animal welfare regulations, adding all of the animal care staff at Ridgeland Farms are highly dedicated individuals who care deeply about animals and regularly witness how our direct work translates into improved health for our family pets.
In more national news this morning, continued pushback as the Trump administration threatens to expand the deployment of troops to more major U.S. cities. Portland is suing the Trump administration over the National Guard deployment there. Trump saying he'll send troops to LA, San Francisco, and New York, using them as training grounds for the military. 100 troops are also preparing for deployment in Chicago as leaders there voice opposition. Meanwhile, Tennessee's governor is thanking the president over his decision to send troops into Memphis.
At the state capitol, former Madison Alder Juliana Bennett is running for Wisconsin's 76th Assembly District. The seat represents the Isthmus. Bennett's an alum of Madison West High and UW-Madison. She says she's passionate about affordable living in downtown Madison.
Ensuring every person has an affordable home, raising the minimum wage to $23 an hour by 2030, delivering no-cost childcare and health care, and fully funding our public education and passing healthy school meals for all.
The seat is currently held by Francesca Hong. It opens up after Hong announced she's running for governor.
And a huge thank you to everyone who has donated to our Coats for Kids drive. We have collected 2,427 coats so far, but our goal is 5,000 coats to make sure every child in our area stays warm this winter. You can drop off donations such as gently used coats and winter accessories at any area Clinky Cleaners by this Saturday, October 4th. For more information, please visit channel3000.com.
Young hunters, get ready. The DNR's annual youth hunt is just around the corner, happening October 11th and the 12th. It's an opportunity for those 15 and younger to learn hunting skills and connect with nature before the main 9-day gun deer hunt season. No hunter education certification is needed, but an adult mentor has to supervise. Safety is key, so following the rules, wearing blaze orange, hunters can celebrate their first harvest by applying online for a certificate.
All right, it's already that season. I mean, if they're headed out there, looks like we're going to be looking pretty good.
Maybe some blaze orange shorts and a tank top when you go gun deer hunting this fall. I mean, some of these highs that you have in the forecast, Savannah, I mean, don't look like they belong in October.
Yeah, it's going to be a very warm first half of the week, at least probably maybe even 2 weeks of October. There's no signs of us cooling down, and we were above average for September. This is a recap. Our normal high 72.9. We were at 76.7, but when you factor in the rainfall, we were well below where we should be. We're on normal on average in the Madison area, closer to 3.5 inches, but we just checked into a little bit over 1.25 of an inch. And our highs today, they'll climb into the 70s. So yeah, a little cooler than what we have had the last couple of days. No 80s today, I don't think, but tomorrow we're back into the 80s. We'll talk about how long and the rain that we could see in the coming days.
Also ahead on News 3 Now this morning, we are working for the weekend in the 608 this morning. I'll have your 3 things to do when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Hey, it may only be Wednesday, but we are working for the weekend in the 608.
Our Josh Prider joining us live in studio with the Weekend Planner. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys, and happy October. Fall is officially in full swing, and that leads us off in our 3 things to do this weekend in the 608. We start in Cross Plains, where Appleberry Farm is celebrating 50 years in the community. Established in 1975, Appleberry Farm is a local favorite for fresh-picked apples, pumpkins, and delicious treats. We just paid them a visit, so look for our special coverage Thursday on News 3 Now this morning. We'll have a couple of competitions among the morning team members and be joined by Allison Dairyland on the local impact these farms see across the state of Wisconsin this time of year. Well, happening this weekend in Mount Horeb, the historic downtown will transform into a street market filled with vendors. You can browse vintage, upcycled and handmade goods, plus enjoy live music and food from local restaurants and trucks. Visitors can even grab a cocktail to go while they shop on Main Street. The event runs Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 3. Fall Fun is heading to Paoli on Sunday, and it is free to attend. The Paoli Fall Fest runs from 11 to 5 with shopping, seasonal flavors, and family-friendly events. Kids can paint pumpkins at Lily's, and the Paoli Schoolhouse will have pumpkins for sale, too. There's also a chili cook-off benefiting the Greene County Humane Society, plus artisan vendors, farmers market goods, and cocktails to go. Live music, food, and activities run throughout the day on October 5th. for more happenings in the 608 this weekend, just go to channel3000.com. October 1st. Kind of weird to see. When I looked at my phone this morning and I was like, it's happening.
Yeah.
We're moving right along. Fourth quarter of 2025. It's wild.
Yeah, and these months are just flying by, not slowing down one bit for us. But I'm glad the warmer temperatures are holding on just a little bit longer.
It just doesn't feel right. I don't know. I mean,
I know.
I'm okay with it. Like, we got the boat out one more time, and I'm just like, this is weird. Like, I shouldn't be jumping into Lake Mendota this time of the year. It should be too cold at this point. But here we are.
Yeah, it's
You seem devastated.
I know. It's just too warm for me. It's October now. It's time to turn the page. It is looking like fall outside. I mean, the colors are starting to turn. We're seeing a lot more yellow out there now and more crispy leaves on the ground. But yeah, a nice warm weekend to get out there and support your local orchards. And Fall Fest in Paoli sounds like fun too.
Yeah, and stay tuned tomorrow. We're going to have some fun at Appleberry Farm.
I'm excited to see this because there was a lot of
We'll see who the winners are. I know
competition.
there were some surprises, so.
Yeah, some surprises, some cheaters, but it's fine. It's fine. I hold to that. I hope you got that on camera.
You'll have to find out.
Yes, you will.
All right. Thanks, Josh. Josh is always looking for fun stuff to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it.
Let's check in with Savannah, giving us a monthly outlook.
Well, it's October 1st, guys. So our average high and low the first of the month is 67.45. We'll be nowhere near that today. Our high today and low tonight are both going to be about 10 degrees above that, 60 to 40 October 15th. And then on Halloween, our average high and low 53.35. And yeah, we do see on average in Madison about 0.6 of an inch of snowfall. But Friday will also be nowhere near our high, about 15 to 25 degrees above average. Our current record holds at 85. That was set back in 2005, but Friday's high up to 87. So I do think we're going to see record warmth Friday. It's possible on Saturday too, but our forecast is about a degree or two below what our current record holds. But Friday it's above it, so I do think we'll be able to break that. 56 in Madison, 59 in Janesville, 61 in La Crosse. Most of our temperatures are sitting in the 50s. Few warmer areas up northwest of here near La Crosse and out across Minnesota, but that's not across southern Wisconsin. We're starting off with mostly cloudy skies. That's pretty much where we're going to sit the majority of the day, so not as much sunshine compared to what we had at the start of the work week, and we'll be a little bit cooler. Still, 78's our forecast high, and that is warmer than normal, but a little cooler than what we have seen. Fall color check. This is courtesy of TravelWisconsin.com. There are a couple more counties that did report overnight into this morning near peak color. That's the orange. And then we've been tracking much more widespread yellow. That's the patchy color. Dane County, though, now also reporting that yellow, seeing a little bit of patchy color there, too. But it's kind of like the muted colors. That's what we're expecting this year because we've been in such a dry pattern. We checked in, like I said, about 2 inches below our normal rainfall, and that's going to play a role on the colors we see this year. Sunday night into Monday is our next better chance of rain with a cold front. I think mostly dry conditions, definitely today, tomorrow, and Friday. Could see a few showers by Friday night and Saturday, but I think, again, the best chance holds off with that cold front, and that'll come over the weekend and last into Monday next week. That'll bring a drop in our temperatures. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're down to the upper 60s. But then we rebound again. So yeah, fall, the little bit of fall that we see will be very short-lived. So
not
give
long
or
enough.
take, nope, but we're getting there eventually.
Yes, Savannah, thank
are
you.
we this?
Yeah, I know. Patience is key here, though.
I'm trying.
Patience.
I'm trying real hard.
Yes. Well, coming up in the morning sprint, a new candidate has entered the race for state Supreme Court.
And we got a birthday to celebrate today.
We have 3 birthdays.
What? Natsu, happy birthday. That's a big one. 3 years old?
Yeah,
That's one to celebrate.
milestone.
Leighton, also 3. Happy birthday, Leighton. And Lola, hope you all have wonderful days. We're back with the sprint right after this. 6:53, time for the morning sprint.
The federal government is partially closed this morning after Congress failed to approve a spending bill. Republicans pushed for a measure that extends federal funding at its current level until mid-November. But Democrats demanded the bill include an extension of Affordable Care Act benefits expiring this year and reverse cuts to Medicaid.
With the government shut down, essential federal workers are expected to work without pay while thousands are furloughed. White House threatening more mass layoffs. Congress will continue collecting their paychecks. Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid payments are expected to continue as well. But applications for some government backlog loans could face minor delays. Student loan borrowers are still required to make those payments.
New this morning, appeals court judge Maria Lazar has launched her Supreme Court campaign. She will challenge for Justice Rebecca Bradley's seat. Lazar is a conservative who serves in District 2. She previously worked as Assistant Attorney General under former Governor Scott Walker. Lazar is the only conservative candidate in the race so far.
Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin pausing abortion services starting today. The organization said last week that President Trump's cutting of Medicaid dollars in his budget gutted their funding. It's unclear when the services will resume. Anyone needing abortion care in the meantime should contact Public Health Madison-Dane County.
Madison area priest Andrew Showers has pleaded not guilty to child sex crimes charges. He appeared in Wapaka County Court yesterday, where a judge set his bond at $10,000 and ruled he cannot have unsupervised contact with minors. A status conference is scheduled for December 3rd. If convicted, Showers could face up to 40 years in prison.
At least 69 people are dead this morning after a powerful earthquake rocked the Philippines. The earthquake has a preliminary magnitude of 6.9. It shook the central part of the country late last night. The epicenter about 12 miles northeast of Bogo, a coastal city of about 90,000 people. The death toll is expected to rise. The Philippine government is now considering whether to seek help from foreign governments.
Oktoberfest in Munich, Germany is closed today because of a bomb threat linked to a deadly explosion in northern Munich. One person is dead as a result of the explosion, which was part of a domestic dispute. Police are defusing booby traps and searching for explosives at the fairgrounds. Oktoberfest will remain closed until at least 5 p.m. local time today.
Former Madison Alder Juliana Bennett is running for the state assembly in the 76th district. It's a seat that represents the Isthmus. Bennett's an alum of Madison West and UW-Madison. She says she's passionate about affordable living in downtown. Francesca Hong currently holds the seat. She is running for governor.
Well, temperatures on this October 1st morning are going to reach 78 later. We've got a lot of 80s, record warmth that's likely on Friday, and then some rain that'll move in Sunday night into Monday. And that cold front will drop our temperatures brief 60s, upper 60s, and then we'll be back in the lower 70s. Yeah.
All right, so don't get your hopes up too high if you're looking for those cooler temperatures just yet.
I'll be patient.
Yes.
CBS Mornings is next.